Hi, welcome back to Moose in Chemistry. This is Lewis structure lesson number 2. Lewis structures represent the number of valence electrons around each atom in a compound structure. Remember that 2 dots equals a dash. We're also going to be using something called formal charge. Formal charge is where we have valence electrons minus non-bonding electrons minus bonding electron pairs. Okay, so let's look at carbon. Carbon's in group 14. We strike the 1, that tells me that we have 4 valence electrons around the element carbon. Oxygen's in group 16. So we strike the 1 there, and that means oxygen has 6 valence electrons around it. And there we go. So now let's go ahead and find out how many electrons will make up this particular compound. All right? So we go, carbon is 1 times 4 valence electrons. Oxygen is 2 times 6 valence electrons. This gives me 4 valence electrons. This gives me 12 valence electrons, which gives me a total of 16 valence electrons. All right, now, so let's go ahead and draw the structure. So we'll put C in the center because carbon has 4 docking points where oxygen only has 2. So I'm going to put an oxygen on either side. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect the carbon to the oxygen. Now we have to make sure that each oxygen has an octet. Well, now, let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. You think you got it right, but there's a problem here. What about the octet for carbon? Carbon has to have an octet. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to take these 2 electrons here and these 2 electrons there and make a new diagram. So let's go ahead and do that. So in essence, these 2 electrons go into here, these 2 electrons go into there. All right, now, let's check the structure to make sure that this is the best possible structure. We're going to use formal charge. So remember that formal charge equals valence electrons minus non-bonding electrons minus bonding electrons paired. So let's do the formal charge for the carbon. Okay? So carbon came in with 4 valence electrons. Non-bonding electrons, they're all bonded. Bonding pairs, we have 4 of them. And you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that works out really, really well. Now, we only have to do is 1 oxygen because both the oxygens look the same. Oxygen comes in with 6 valence electrons. Okay? Non-bonding electrons comes in with 4. And let's look at how many bonding pairs we have. Let's go ahead and erase this real quickly. So with the bonding pairs, we have 1, 2. So that's minus 2. And that also equals 0, while this one equals 0. So that's good, that's good. Since they're both 0, it's perfect. Well, guys, that's about it for this lesson. You guys be snarly, and we'll see you back here at Moose in Chemistry.